All right, we're here with Carl Phillips. Carl, your title is a mouthful. Go ahead and give us your title again.
Chief Marketing Manager for GTR and Nismo for Nissan North America.
That sounds like the fun job at Nissan,
well, it's
right?
definitely one of them, yeah. For a car guy, it doesn't get much better than this.
All right, so here we are. This is the 2015 GTR. We're big fans of the GTR. I love it. It does so many things that it shouldn't be able to do, given its size and its weight, but it's just a rocket. And I've driven a few. You guys have been kind enough to send us over a few to the shop, and I've never used that launch control, by the way.
You should try it sometime.
I know, I've used it a lot. I've used it a lot. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We've used it quite a bit, yeah. But never too bad. It's a lot of fun, right? So 2015 has, it's not a major change, but it is definitely an upgrade to the existing platform, right?
Absolutely. So one of the great things about GTR is this car benefits from continuous development and improvement. And so really the story overall for GTR this year is kind of stretching the boundaries, if you will. So broadening the appeal and range of the product. We're bringing in the GTR Nismo at the very top end for people who want the absolute most insane performing GTR that we sell. But then even with cars like the Premium that we have here, we're making this a more civilized, livable, everyday car without sacrificing performance.
Has there been a horsepower increase? I know on the Nismo one you mentioned, I think there is quite a bit of horsepower increase. And compared to the Premium, where are we with this car?
We have not increased the power on the Premium or the Black Edition car this year.
So we're at 545?
So we're still at 545. Okay. You know, plenty of power, good enough for 0 to 60 of 2.7 seconds.
It's so quick. It's like
600 horsepower for the GTR Nismo.
All right.
Our focus this year on the Premium and the Black Edition was really on refinement. So revised suspension to make the car ride smoother, and some significant sound reduction inside through some additional isolation materials, but also a Bose active noise cancellation technology that really cuts down the noise in the freeway, making this a much more civilized, livable GT supercar, if you will.
You know, you see so many other sports cars out there, or just high-performance sedans, and every year they try to top the performance of the previous year. This thing, right out the gate from day one, was such an incredible performer. It seems like it's more difficult to make it more of a livable, everyday, more comfortable car than it is to make it perform even better. It's already an incredible performer.
Right.
You know, and how do you keep that level of performance and make it easier?
Well, you bring up a good point. When I talk to our engineers about reducing the 0 to 60 time, they'll say, Carl-san, please understand, you know, very difficult to reduce from 2.7 seconds. You know, we're getting very close to 0 there in terms of acceleration.
I mean, there's at some point you're done.
So we felt at the moment we've got the performance, we've checked that box in a big way. Let's focus on some of the things that our customers have told us they would like, which is make the car a little bit more refined and a little bit more livable on a daily basis. Because you know, well over half the people that buy a GTR use it as their everyday driver.
Yeah,
it's a great car. It delivers supercar performance anytime, year round. Put some snow tires on it, you're good to go in the winter.
It seems like being able to keep those performance numbers but make it more comfortable on the street is actually more difficult than saying, let's take a tenth off the 0 to 60. Because you can turn it into more of a race car and it'll knock your teeth out, but it'll go faster. But how do you make it more comfortable in the process?
Right.
So that's the big engineering feat.
Yeah, I think that is the challenge, right? How do you do things that make the car quieter, smoother riding without sacrificing the performance? So, you know, that's really the magic that the engineers work, and you know, that's why they spend so much time, you know, in ongoing constant development on the car. And beyond that, there's a couple other things. We've introduced this new Regal Red paint, which is something special. It has genuine gold flake in it. Just adds a real nice brilliance to it. Yeah, so this is the premium interior option, which includes you know, different grade of leather. It's available in a red, but also this new ivory, hand-stitched seats, leather on the console, door trim panel. So, you know, really just a nice premium feeling to the car. I think it looks beautiful, especially with this Regal Red paint.
I love the contrast stitching on the dash and stuff. It really adds a little bit of a sort of a luxury upscale feel to it. But
yeah, it's got a beautiful sparkle, a beautiful brilliance to it. I was really amazed when they told me, we're going to develop a paint that has real gold in it. I thought, are you guys crazy?
Yeah.
You know, I was picturing like some crazy metal flake kind of stuff out of the 70s or something, but they really nailed this. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
I know. I bet we can take all the little gold out here and make like one good tooth.
And so somebody said, like, how much is in it? I don't know that.
They don't know, no.
So the approach with the Nismo was really the same one we take on all our Nismo products. It's not just one thing, it's complete holistic performance improvement. So I guess you can start with the engine. 600 horsepower, 481 foot-pounds of torque. Right, 55 horsepower additional. Also fattened the torque curve up quite a bit and made it more responsive at the top end. So big power increase, but then it's things like changes to the body. So the aerodynamic improvements for greater downforce. We've added carbon fiber front fascia, rear bumper, a carbon fiber deck lid, carbon fiber, big wing, all of that to add significant downforce at speed. Completely revised suspension specific to the Nismo edition, so different springs, struts, bushings, different wheel width, different wheels on the car. So brake force has been improved. So really overall, all the way around, and even on the inside, we've added Nismo-specific Recaro seats and some other items.
Okay. So, and where are we now on the price point of, let's say, the GTR, the premium package, and the Nismo?
We have not announced pricing for the 2015 car yet. We'll do that when we're closer on sale in mid-January for this, and then later in the year for the Nismo. But we think we're still at an incredibly competitive price in the marketplace. There's nobody that can touch the performance of the GTR for anything close.
Yeah, the GTR is about 100,000, give or take, right around there now.
Exactly.
And it's still really, in my opinion, one of the most bang for the buck that's out there. And it's such a great car.
Yeah.